guys, so today I want to teach you a makeup look that I've been working on for the last 10 years. Ever since I started doing makeup, I found that the hardest makeup look to achieve is the no makeup look. You want to look so natural, but then at the same time, there's so many products that you want to put on your face and so many things, little things that you want to correct. So I'm going to teach you all of the techniques that I learned and how I perfected my no makeup look. And I get so many compliments all the time. Everyone tells me, oh my gosh, Erica, I can't believe you're wearing makeup. Like, you don't even look like you're wearing makeup. Where is your makeup? And this is exactly how I do it. I'm gonna save you all the unnecessary steps. I'm gonna save you your 10 years. Don't even bother. I'm gonna teach you everything I know. So let's get to it. Okay, so the key to a very, very, very perfect foundation is you need to have a very clean base. So the first thing I always do before I do anything is I use this Mario Badus. I use this toner, I spray it onto paper towel, whatever you have in hand, like so, and I wipe my face clean. The first thing you want to do is make sure your face is clean of all the oils, especially around the nose. If you find that your nose area or around your lips is always pilling, it's because there's a lot of oil there throughout the day, and you just need to make sure that it's cleaned off. The next step, I'm going to use a water spray. Honestly, this is just normal water, but you can buy it in a spray form like this, and it just hydrates your skin. It adds the extra water molecules, as you can see. Let it dry on your face for a few seconds and then pat it in. And let your skin completely soak up all that moisture before we even start. The key to your makeup looking not cakey is you need a very, very moisturized face. And so today we're gonna work heavily on the steps before the foundation, because you're gonna find foundation is actually just the paint, but you need to have a clear canvas before you can put on anything on top, and then you'll find that it looks smoother that way. Now that it's dry, I'm going to use the D'Alba's First Spray. This is a serum that has white truffle from Italy. It's supposed to be very, very moisturizing. I've used it a few times and I do find that my makeup sits better. Just spray it. And it smells really good. It smells expensive, but it's not expensive at all. And let that soak into your skin. You want your skin to be slightly sticky, not like very sticky, but just a little bit stick. A little bit of pull when you push it in, like you want to see the bounce on your skin, and you don't want to feel dry. If you feel dry, your makeup's gonna go on dry. After the spray, we are going to use the Kanzo San. This is a moisturizing base. If you have any sort of base cream or primer, that's what you're looking for. This one is the cheaper version. It's from Japan. And if you need any of these products, any links, please let me know. I'm more than happy to share with you. So just let it go into your skin. You're really focusing on the middle of your skin, especially around the nose area, around the eyes. This one comes in many different colors, but I heard that the blue one is the best. I have only tried the blue one. So now there's a slight stick when I touch my skin, and nothing has happened yet. This is all skincare. None of this is makeup. Key to no makeup is actually lessening the amount of makeup that you use and increasing the amount of everything else you use. So I have found this whitening dress tone up cream, and it works for me because I have Asian skin and I'm quite pale. It is basically a white cream like this, and this is all I use. But I find that what it does is it evens out some of my discoloration. I do have some redness in my skin, and I do have redness around here on my eyebrows from my failed eyebrow tattoos, and I find that this creates a really good base without me having to cake on concealer and foundation, and it really does brighten it up. It works for me very well. So this is about all I use, like I said, that little drop, and it already will conceal, as you can see here, many spots. Now we're going to move on to the makeup. So for the base makeup, I do want to use some of NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. This is in color Oslo, and quick tip, make sure you're always shaking this because it's very watery. First, you're going to put a little bit on your hand, and I'm just going to take a little bit onto my brush. You want to wet your brush a little bit like this first, and if you need help with starting your brush, all brushes need to be started. I don't know if you're aware of this. It will come out streaky if you don't start your brushes. I can post that in another video. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start under my eyes. I'm just going to do right under the eye on both sides and over the eye on both sides. This is because I will be starting with my eye makeup first, so that's on my eye now. After you get the makeup on your eye, you just want to pat it in with a little sponge, like so. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to quickly fix up these parts where there's a little bit of redness, and underneath the eyes here, I'd like to cover some of my dark circles with some concealer. I really like to use the NARS concealer. I use Radiant Creamy Concealer in Light 1 Chantilly. I, again, have very pale skin, so I basically use the lightest color of everything. And quick tip on concealer, I've probably used this for the past year now, and there's still so much left. That's because I don't need that much concealer. I think most people actually overdo their concealer. I usually take a dot like that small, and then I take it on my brush so lightly and even it out. You really don't need that much. It's very important that you take less product and build when you're trying to look like you have no makeup on. Now, of course, we always want our edges to look smooth and beautiful. So now let's work on the under eyes. Don't have that dark of eye circles, but they're there. What you want to do is find this line, and you'll see it better when you turn your eyes, basically right here and right here. So what I like to do is I like to draw almost like a triangle here, fill it in. You're going to want to highlight this line. This line is the darkest point of your eye. And there you go. So as you can see here, this one is covered, this one is not. You might tell me there's basically nothing here. Anyways, I agree with you. However, if you want to get rid of dark circles, that's all you need to do is do the triangle method and brighten it up. And immediately your face looks more awake, your eyes look more alive, and I like the look. We have covered our dark circles and we've covered the redness over the eyes. We are now ready. Guys, if you like this makeup look that I have on right now and you want to achieve the exact same thing, make sure that you're watching all the way to the end. I have little hints, little tips all throughout the video, and I'm going to help you achieve the most natural makeup look you've ever had. So now that we have the concealer and the foundation on our eyes, we are going to set it quickly before we put any eye makeup on it. I will be using the Aiheda. This is a very basic powder. Looks like this. I really like it. A lot of people really like it actually in Japan. This will just make sure that it doesn't move during the day. Also that you're setting a really good base for your eyeshadow to sit on top of. When you're using foundations and concealers around your eyes, it's very easy for it to get oily, and that's what you want to avoid. To start most of my makeups on my eyes, I like to use basically a blush color like this. This is a blush, by the way. You can use eyeshadow, but I find that blush works really well as a base because it's very similar to the shade of your eyelids naturally, and it's not too strong. Most eyeshadows are really pigmented. This is your starting point. You want to have a really good foundation before you build, so making sure that this is even and spread out. You want to kind of go in a parallelogram form. So from here, you want to go upwards diagonally like so. And then you want to bring it over past your eye here and back down. That way your eye shadow will go as long as your eyeliner will. and it won't look so odd. Next, I'm going to use the same palette. I got this from Flower Nose. It's the Strawberry Cupid Collection Makeup Palette. We are going to go for the second lightest brown here. And we're just going to start at the root of our lashes and work upwards on the outer corner. This is going to add a little bit of depth to our eye and also widen it a little bit. You also want to go to the inner corner and do the exact same thing, starting from the lash line and remembering the parallelogram, not going beyond that. Now, when we do eye makeup, we often forget the bottom of our eyes. I want you to go over the bottom with your blush as well, and then the brown in the corner. Now, before I put on my eyeliner, I actually like to curl my lashes first, because I find that sometimes when I have my eyeliner on, I actually smudge it around with my eyelash curler. So I like to do one layer like this. When you're using an eyelash curler, try to move upwards like this so that your eyelashes are curled all the way. So this is now curled. For the next step, I'm going to use K Palette's Gel Eyeliner One Day Tattoo. So you want to look up and find the lash line like so. And you're just gonna outline it for me like this. Stop at the end. Take a look first. So we find that our eye got bigger. Yes. So that's about as much eyeliner as we're going to do, but we're gonna do a slight wing. So we're gonna use this liquid eyeliner and we're gonna make the tiniest wing ever. And that'll just completely widen your eye. Now that we've done the upper eye line, we are going to do a lower line, but we're not going to use eyeliner because we don't want to look like we're using too much makeup. We're just going to line the bottom with a little bit of eyeshadow, preferably an eyeliner brush, but if you don't have it, just the smallest brush you have, and you're going to take a dark brown and you're going to stamp basically your lower lash line. You do not need to completely cover both sides. You want to kind of just get the outer third and the inner third slightly. Looking at both sides, you can tell that this eye completely opened up and brightened up. We are going to finish with our mascara and then fill in our brows quickly. Yep, I have decided to use a brown mascara. This is the smallest one I've ever seen. It is from Judy Doll. And I absolutely love this because it catches every single one of my lashes, no matter how tiny, and it gives a really natural look. Focus on catching every strand of hair first, and then moving upwards to add length, and immediately your eyes are brightened because there's length in the eyelashes, but the light brown makes it look very natural and very you. And then we will finish with our eyebrow, and then I will do the other side. For our eyebrow, we are going to use the One Day Tattoo. First, I'm going to start with this part, which is the powder, and I'm just going to outline and fill in the eyebrow. If you do have darker hair, you likely want to go about 2 or 3 shades lighter than your hair color, and if you have lighter hair, you want to go 2 or 3 shades darker. Okay, so we filled it in already, and it's already looking really natural, to be honest. So I don't want to do too much more. I'm just gonna lightly use a spoolie to even all my brows out, but I already like how it's looking. Now to add to this, I'm just gonna use the eyeliner pen here and lightly draw in a few more lashes. You want to be so light with this, okay guys? I can't even talk during these times because I'm so focused. You want the back of your eyebrows to be darker and the front of your eyebrows to be lighter. So you're going to do lighter strands at the front and darker strands at the back. So let's do the other half of my face here, and then I'll finish this half. Going back to our NARS foundation, you just want to pump it onto your hand like so, and then evenly basically paint it onto your face. Now, when you're doing this, I want you to focus on the middle of your face first, and not even put anything on the outside. Now, because we're doing a very natural makeup look, I actually want to leverage our foundation step and put a little bit of bronzer into our foundation. So I have the Essence bronzer drops here. I have 2 drops of the Essence Drop of Sunshine here, and I'm just gonna mix it with whatever foundation I have left. So it is gonna be darker, and that's okay. And because we have light skin, we are actually not going to use any contour on the outside of our face. we're just going to use this darker foundation and brush it inwards. So this is going to act as our very natural contour. No one's gonna know. Okay, now you want to blend these two together so it doesn't look like there's actually a line here. You're gonna do so with your makeup puff, and your face will naturally look like it has that shadow now because you have used a darker foundation, but it's so light and it's so not obvious that you won't even notice it. I'm going to lightly set my makeup with the same powder. This is the Judy Doll Contour Palette, and we're just gonna contour our nose slightly. We don't want it to be too obvious. What we're gonna do is we're gonna draw a small L shape right here. We are going to draw a small V shape right here. We're gonna draw a small V shape right here. Now we're gonna blend that in. So this is my contour brush, and you basically wanna dab it in place. You don't even wanna move it around that much. It's just gonna stay exactly where you put it. And then we're gonna work on our lips. So if you wanna have a really nice lip color, you will have to actually pat on a little bit of makeup. I just take whatever is really left over on my hand. I take a little bit and I pat it on my lip to even it out a little bit. So it just lightens out the color. You're gonna take a lip liner. I took this one by Mario. And first things first, you're gonna do this. Give a little color, you're gonna overline. Then you're going to line the peak and bring it inwards. Okay, you're gonna draw an X basically like this. X this way. And then you're gonna underline and go up. In a diagonal, you're gonna go up. Like so. Take a lip brush, even that out. Then you're going to take your lipstick, and I have this one, Rose Tea by Estee Lauder, and you're gonna put it on the inside. Dab it up. Doesn't it look thicker already? To match our lips with our blush, we are actually going to leverage our lipstick. We're going to use a little bit of lipstick on our hand, like that. Then you're gonna put a little bit of foundation on here, and you're gonna mix that around. This is going to make a very nice pink color. Very, very light pink color. So how we do this is we take another puff pad, we pick up all this pink, and we're going to dab it on the inner corner of our face, and it matches your lips ever so slightly. These are all such small little techniques that no one will ever know, but suddenly you're just more done up. Like, I don't know. Well, let's finish the other side of the face quickly and we'll come back to talking. I have now finished the other side, and I want to show you my key trick to looking dewy and almost like we have no makeup on, and that's adding a little bit of highlighter. I like to use this one from 2 Ann. It is in the color Clear Pure Glass Highlighter, and I like to use it, so I'm going to show you where first. If you look at your angles, it's basically usually around the end of your eye. Here, 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 and here is where it attracts light, so you want to lightly dust it. And you don't want to go past your outer corner because that will make this part of your face go out more. You want to keep it in line here. And this is going to look so natural because when the light moves, we'll move. Actually, when we move, the light will move. Final step, I'm using the Kosei Makeup Keep Mist. It's basically just a setting spray. And you just want to lightly spray that everywhere so that it stays all day long. If you can't tell where one product started and one product ended, that means we did the right thing today and we look so natural. Like I said, everything is all about technique, and if you want to look glowing but natural, this is the type of makeup I think you should try. It's so easy. It's easy on the eyes. It's all about being intentional with where you're putting your makeup and why you're doing each thing. This is how we're going to look so natural every single day. Please like and subscribe and comment down below any products that you want me to try or any looks that you think I should try for you. I'm more than happy to curate a look that's based on your needs.